Hello guys, how are you? I hope so. Now we are going to talk about Lordstown endurance delayed until Q3 2022, plant sold to Foxconn. But before I have to ask you to subscribe and leave your like, let's go to the video. The company reports net losses of $95.8 million and starts building a fleet of 100 pre-production pickups. Lordstown Motors announced financial results for the third quarter of 2021, which brings an important update about the Lordstown Endurance electric pickup. The company reports a net loss of $95.8 million during the quarter and cash of $233.8 million as of September 30, 2021. Due to obvious cash constraints, Lordstown Motors has decided to sell its production facility, the former GM Lordstown complex in the Voltage Valley in Lordstown, near Youngstown, Ohio, to Han High Technology Group, aka Foxconn, for $230 million. This deal is of course not a simple asset sale. The partners agreed to pursue a joint venture agreement to jointly design and develop vehicle programs for the commercial market in North America and internationally using Foxconn's Mobility in Harmony (MIH) open electric vehicle platform. In other words, Foxconn will participate in the design and development of Lordstown Motors EVs, will offer its Mobility in Harmony (MIH) open electric vehicle platform, will become a strategic supplier and a contracted manufacturer. That substantially reduces Lordstown Motors' position in the value chain. We have read before that the hub motor assembly line and battery module and pack lines are excluded from the plant sales deal and will remain in Lordstown Motors' hands. Lordstown Endurance new production target, Q3 2022. The Lordstown Endurance electric pickup is delayed. It was promised to enter series production in Q2 2022, after several previous delays, but it ain't gonna happen. Lordstown Motors says that in Q3 2021 it continued to build and test prototype vehicles. In early Q4 2021, the company started building pre-production versions of the Endurance. In total, a fleet of 100 will be built. Since the beginning of the fourth quarter, we have begun building the first of what we expect to be approximately 100 pre-production vehicles that we will use to pursue a variety of validation activities aimed at achieving full homologation. The company's new CEO, Dan Ninivaggi, calls it a modest delay from earlier expectations, caused by component and material shortages, along with other supply chain challenges. The new target for commercial production and deliveries of the Endurance is Q3 2022. Basically close to a year from now. Endurance commercial production and deliveries beginning in the third quarter of 2022, building a limited number of vehicles for testing, validation, verification, and regulatory approvals during the remainder of 2021 and the first quarter of 2022. Lordstown Motors said also that has signed an MOU with Cox Automotive Incorporated with a mutual goal to provide service and support to all Lordstown Motors electric vehicle fleet customers. Third quarter and recent key business highlights. Reported third quarter 2021 net loss of $95.8 million, capex of $79.9 million, and cash of $233.8 million on September 30, 2021. Executed an asset purchase agreement with an affiliate of Han High Precision Industry, Foxconn, that will culminate in the transfer of the Lordstown plant to Foxconn, and a plan to establish a contract manufacturing agreement whereby Foxconn will manufacture the Endurance. Agreed to pursue a joint venture agreement with Foxconn to jointly design and develop vehicle programs for the commercial market in North America and internationally using Foxconn's Mobility in Harmony (MIH) open electric vehicle platform. Signed in MOU with Cox Automotive Incorporated with a mutual goal to provide service and support to all Lordstown Motors electric vehicle fleet customers. Received $50 million equity investment from Foxconn in October at approximately $6.90 per share. $230 million purchase price of the Lordstown plant would be pre-funded with 3 down payments, $100 million on or about November 18, $50 million on February 1, 2022, and $50 million no later than April 15, 2022, subject to certain conditions. At closing, the remaining $30 million purchase price, along with reimbursement for certain operating and capital costs from September 1, 2021 through closing, will be paid. Net loss includes non-cash items of $11.1 million in intangible asset amortization, $6.6 million in stock compensation, and a $3.3 million gain on a fair value adjustment of warrants. 2021 Financial Outlook. We are updating the financial outlook for 2021 that we previously provided on September 30th. Revised guidance is as follows. Endurance commercial production and deliveries beginning in the third quarter of 2022, building a limited number of vehicles for testing, validation, verification, and regulatory approvals during the remainder of 2021 and the first quarter of 2022. Cash balances of between $150 million and $180 million as of December 31, 2021, inclusive of the anticipated down payment of $100 million to be made by Foxconn under the asset purchase agreement in November, and $15 million in issuances under the equity purchase agreement in October, but exclusive of any other potential financings. Capital expenditures of between $330 million and $350 million for the full year 2021, down from $375 million to $400 million, largely as a result of the timing of purchases related to tooling and production readiness. Selling, general and administrative, SG&A, expenses of between $105 million and $120 million, and research and development, R&D, costs of between $320 million and $340 million for the full year 2021, in each case unchanged. Lordstown Endurance Specs, Design Specs. More than 250 miles, 402 kilometers, of range, EPA cycle. 109 kilowatt-hour battery. 6,048 cylindrical cells, 12 modules, 504 cells per module. 0 to 60 miles per hour, 96.5 kilometers per hour, in 5.5 seconds, without payload, according to initial specs. Top speed of 80 miles per hour, 128 kilometers per hour. All-wheel drive with 4 in-wheel hub motors, Elaf's L1500 Endurance in-wheel motor, and custom in-hub motor brakes, 20-inch wheels. Peak system output of 600 HP, about 440 plus kW. 2000/4, 400 lb-ft, 711/5, 965 Nm of torque, continuous/peak. AC charging, 11 kilowatts onboard charger in 10 hours. DC fast charging, 20 to 80% SOC in 30 to 90 minutes, expected up to 150 kilowatts. Off-board power for tools and accessory, stationary 110/120V, 20A, the website says also 30A. Seating for 5. Towing capacity up to 7,500 pounds, 3,402 kilograms. Gradability at GVW, 30%. Price, around $55,000. Compared to the initially expected price of $52,500, $45,000 after deducting federal tax credit of $7,500. Warranty, 3 years bumper to bumper, 8 years battery, and hub motors. So that's it guys, comment what you think of this article, and don't forget to click like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching.